right, well, we turn now to this weather. It's like winter.
What do we call it?
I mean, we're in winter. We are in winter.
We still are
Yes,
in
so
winter, yes.
it's fair.
Not till next Monday. That's when spring kicks in officially.
Officially.
So
Yes.
the snow has to go before that.
Well, now winter's actually showing up, and it's not just for us, but areas of New England too that really hasn't even had a winter so far. But as we take a look ahead in our forecast, we can't help but take a moment and take a look at what's going on now around town. We had a batch of snow that came in and laid it down, and it happened at the exact same time. The sun went down and the temperatures were cooling. That was the trifecta that just set up a sloppy road situation. We still have some roads that have some slush on them, some snow, but for the most part, we are starting to finally get things cleared up. ODOT out and about doing their best to make sure things are going well. But right now, 480 at 237 out by the airport, that's one of the areas where we still have a lot of snow on the roadway. And then you can also see the snow that's in the berms here on some of the other major roadways. So just be careful. If you have overnight travel plans, we have folks that work overnights. They're watching, either going home or going in or maybe doing deliveries. Yeah, be careful for sure. The temperatures are currently sitting in the 20s. That will allow for any of the wet surfaces to freeze up. Decks, steps, porches. When you step out tomorrow morning, please be very careful as you do so. There's that band of snow that came in. This is a 3-hour loop, and you can see just about 8 p.m. is when things all started to happen. And now that band of snow is beginning to break up, and what's left are just a few areas of snow, specifically out to the west, as mentioned before, in Erie and Huron counties, and then farther south into Ashland County. That north wind will continue to drive it in, and it's not just the primary snow belt where we're seeing the lingering snow showers, but areas out to the west too. And this is where I think we're probably going to see an inch or two tonight. As you can see, it's all kind of connected up with some of the northern lakes, and that sometimes is just enough of a moisture feed to concentrate a band that will just come and go as we head through the overnight. So primary snowbelt territory, and then we're also going to keep an eye on areas out to the west. All of this is embedded in a larger flow that is going to end up amping up a pretty significant nor'easter for New England over the next couple of days. It's this energy that's coming in off of the Great Lakes that will spin up this storm system, and as it does so, there is the snow. It's going to lay it down in the Catskills and over into portions of New England. Meanwhile, here in Northeast Ohio, what's left of tonight's snow will likely not add up to a whole lot by Northeast Ohio standards, but as we saw tonight, it doesn't take a lot of snow to really mess things up. It's all about intensity. Here's your National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. We'll continue with periodic snow showers, not necessarily intense, as we head through the overnight. Temperatures are going to be in the low and mid-20s to start the day tomorrow. So again, please be careful as you step out the door. We'll continue with on and off snow showers coming in off of the lake for a good chunk of the day tomorrow. I think finally by afternoon and evening, we'll see that clearing out to the west with lingering light lake effect snow showers in the heart of the primary snowbelt areas all the way into evening. And then tomorrow night, we will clear things out, and that will allow for a very chilly start to our Wednesday. And good news is we're going to see some more sunshine as we go through our Wednesday. Union Home Mortgage forecast, we're up from here. Temperatures will be climbing through the rest of the week. Mid-50s, clouds increasing on Thursday. Rain is likely for our St. Patrick's Day holiday. But I'll tell you this, Lena and Laura, Dublin, Ireland on Friday is expected to be 55 with rain. So I think this is a very Irish forecast. That's one way to look at it, right? Here in Cleveland, though, by the weekend, we'll be back in the 30s with a little chance of snow by Saturday. And yes, spring does start on Monday, and then we're going to hold on to the 40s as we head through next week.
Well, thanks, Betsy Kling.